hall meeting. The BillO'Reilly.com premium members would like to sign up. You'll thank me, you like it. Again, thank you for watching us tonight. I am Bill O'Reilly. Please always remember this spin. It stops right here. So we are definitely looking at it.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Patty Ann Brown. And I'm Heather Childress. It is Wednesday, July 25th, and thank you for watching Fox and Friends First. Time now for your 5 at 5. The top 5 stories making news at this hour. The man accused in the horrific movie theater massacre remains in solitary confinement this morning. Prosecutors continuing to build their case against James Holmes. Meanwhile, Christian Bale, who plays Batman in The Dark Knight Rises, stopped by a Colorado medical center to meet with survivors of the rampage and to thank the hospital staff for all of their work. Bale also paying tribute to the victims by attending a memorial outside the theater. And good news this morning, Katie Medley, a pregnant woman who escaped the massacre without injuries, gave birth to a baby boy, Hugo Jackson Medley. Hugo's dad, Caleb, is still fighting for his life. He lost his right eye in the shooting and has brain damage. In other news, new analysis by the Congressional Budget Office revealing Obamacare's price tag will shrink a little, but still cost a staggering amount. States being allowed to opt out of Medicaid will reduce the deficit by $84 billion over the next 10 years. That brings the cost of President Obama's health care law down to $1.2 trillion, much more than the $940 billion the president initially said. 3 million fewer people will also gain coverage. Repealing Obamacare would cost $109 million. A Florida woman has been arrested for threatening 2 U.S. senators with fake anthrax letters. Catherine Cohen Allen is accused of mailing the letters containing white powder to Senators Marco Rubio and Bill Nelson's offices in June of last year. Prosecutors say she also sent similar letters to state and county offices and to 3 private citizens. She faces up to 45 years in prison. President Obama's controversial new immigration plan could cost taxpayers over $585 million. The plan lets many young immigrants, illegal immigrants, stay in the U.S. and apply for work permits. Hundreds of new federal employees would need to be hired to process over 1 billion permit requests. And there will be fees, but not enough to make up all the costs. House Judiciary Committee Chairman Lamar Smith outraged, saying American taxpayers should not be forced to bail out illegal immigrants and President Obama's fiscally irresponsible policies. Well, he's known to generations as George Jefferson. Actor Sherman Hemsley, the patriarch of the groundbreaking family that was moving on up in America, has died. Great character. Well, police say Hemsley was discovered by his nurse at his home in El Paso, Texas. No foul play is suspected. The exact cause of death is still pending. Hemsley first played Jefferson on All in the Family before his character was spun off into the Jeffersons. That sitcom ran for 11 seasons from 1975 to 85. Hemsley was 74. And that's your 5 at 5. That's a long time. Yes. Well, head of the Senate Intelligence Committee, Dianne Feinstein, pointing the finger at the Obama administration for national security leaks. But then the Democratic senator backpedaling, introducing live in Washington with more on this story for us. Hi, Peter.
Hi, Heather. And even though Attorney General Eric Holder has appointed 2 attorneys to figure out who leaked this U.S. intel about our role in cyber attacks against Iran and about an al-Qaeda plot to blow up an airplane, there still hasn't been a resolution. And now Mitt Romney says whoever spilled the beans did it to help the president politically.
This conduct is contemptible. It betrays our national interest. It compromises our men and women in the field. And it demands a full and prompt investigation by a special counsel. These events make the decision we face in November all the more important. What kind of White House would reveal classified material for political gain? I'll tell you right now, mine will not.
Romney's comments yesterday sound a whole lot like what Democratic Senator Dianne Feinstein said on Monday.
I think the White House has to understand that some of this is coming from its ranks. I don't know specifically where, but I think they have to begin to understand that and do something about it.
But the California senator clarified yesterday, saying, "I'm disappointed by the statements made by Mr. Romney today regarding a question I was asked yesterday at the World Affairs Council. I stated that I did not believe the president leaked classified information. I shouldn't have speculated beyond that because the fact of the matter is, I don't know the source of the leaks." And Mitt Romney made his remarks about the leaks during a foreign policy speech before he blasts off for London. But the Obama campaign says that speech and the attacks on the leaks are all bluster, and they don't offer any specific plans for our relations with any region of the world. Edith?
All right, thank you very much, Peter. We appreciate it. And some more politics now, and a look at who is talking this morning. Romney surrogate John Sununu is the former New Hampshire governor, weighing in on the current state of the presidential race. And he is hitting the president for his statements on business owners, saying President Obama is denying the American dream.
Look, let's talk a little bit about what this president those pieces in there. That's a president that, first of all, tells the business community they didn't do it, and then he drags this thing out by trying to pretend that that's not what he meant. Now, you know that's what he meant, because when he goes in that funny talk cadence of his, you know he's going to introduce class warfare, and that's what he did with that statement. He condemned success. He wanted the business people and his constituencies to think that all business success should be shared with everyone, that there's nothing individual about it. That's denying the American dream.
The Romney camp, not the only ones talking this morning. President Obama also talking, hitting his Republican challengers on rebuilding the economy.
The approach that he's talking about is not going to help small businesses, and it's not going to create more markets for large businesses. He is wrong. We did not build this country on our own. We built it together. And if Mr. Romney doesn't understand that, then he doesn't understand what it takes to grow this economy in the 21st century. For everybody.
Well, later in the show, we'll also hear from Charles Krauthammer. He'll discuss how the economy will factor in the election from here on out. But right now, it's time for your first-degree weather update with Maria Molina and a look at our current temperatures out there. Hi, Maria. Hey, good morning, Heather and Patty Ann. Good to see you this morning. And good morning, everyone. And we're just continuing to see those very warm temperatures out across the Central Plains. We've basically been seeing them for the last several days into the triple digits during the afternoon hours. And those overnight low temperatures not really getting very cool. Right now, 87 degrees in Kansas City, about 89 degrees in the city of St. Louis. So again, just feeling the warmth out there. We're finally going to start to see that heat wave go breaking down as some cooler air further off towards the west continues to push eastward. But that, of course, will be a source of some visibility and some showers and storms I will tell you about in a moment. Otherwise, further off towards the east, 72 currently in the city of Raleigh, North Carolina, 69 in New York City, and 61 degrees over in the city of Cleveland. Otherwise, high temperatures are getting to the triple digits today across the plains. 104 in Kansas City, 101 in the city of Dallas. Over in New York City, though, a beautiful day, 86 for a high temperature with some sunshine, so get out and enjoy it. It's not going to be lasting for too much longer. Now, we do have that heat out across parts of the plains into the Midwest, so a number of excessive heat warnings and also heat advisories stretching through parts of Wisconsin and southern Minnesota all the way down into Georgia. So just a large area of the country that's going to be feeling heat index values over 100 degrees. So that's because we have hot temperatures in place and a lot of humidity, so it just feels very muggy as basically you head into those afternoon and evening hours. Otherwise, we're going to see some showers and storms today across parts of the Midwest, the Great Lakes, into interior portions of the Northeast, and unfortunately, some of that precipitation will come in the form of thunderstorms that could produce severe weather in the form of large hail, damaging wind gusts, and isolated tornadoes. So, of course, if you live in any of these areas, stay alert today. If you get any warnings, make sure to seek shelter and head indoors. Otherwise, we're already seeing some of that activity right now across parts of the state of Minnesota. Very heavy rain, so it's going to be a slow roll for you as you head out the door. And we already have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect across parts of Minnesota and northern Wisconsin due to the possibility of severe weather from some of these storms. Heather, Pat, you? All right, Ray Molina, thank you. And now to some stories you can bank on this morning. Think you're getting a great deal on an airline ticket? Well, now airlines are required to show you the real cost of flying. And joining us now with more is Lauren Simonetti from Fox Business Network. Good morning, Lauren.